Peace YouTube, it's Kareem Samdi backing up with another video. So today we're going to get into the sacral chakra, the second chakra, and a follow-up to the first video that I made on the chakra series. So the sacral chakra is the element of water, and it's represented by the color orange. And the body part that the sacral chakra is located in is in the pelvic area, or the pubic bone too, the hips, the kidneys, the bladder, and the lower back. It's associated with the testicles and the ovaries as well. And the function of the sacral chakra is it's connected to the self, the inner self, and it represents passion, intimacy, abundance, creativity, self-identification, self-gratification, sensuality, the emotions, the emotional self, sexually creativity, expressive creativity, and connection with others, fluidity, happiness, change, and the ability to feel is all here. And the foundation of your childhood lies here. So your chakras actually naturally they activate as you age. So the sacral chakra usually opens up around the age of 5 to 8, but it can be different from person to person. So when your sacral chakra is balanced, you're typically going to feel friendly, concern for others. You'll feel a sense of belonging, intuitive. You'll feel your clairsentience, meaning that you'll have a spiritual sense of feeling, humor, radiance, creativity, vitality, and a desire for your own power. And also, the way that you are able to create comes easily to you. It's not really blocked by anything. And when it's imbalanced, you won't feel as inspired, or you won't feel any inspiration at all. You'll have a lack of creativity and possibly excess lust. Things that can contribute to imbalance could be excessive focus on sex. And if you follow me back when my channel name was Red Reams, where I was talking about excessive porn use and the male sexual energy, dealing with semen retention, all that. This is essentially the chakra that all that focuses on healing, because obviously excessive porn use and addiction to sex can lower your idea of what sex really is. Because this chakra deals with sensuality and it deals with feeling, to balance it properly, we have to really find a harmony, and we have to find a healthy understanding of what sex really is. And as I mentioned in the root chakra video, when it comes to understanding Kundalini energy, understanding sexual energy, that's our spiritual power. That's where it lies. So when we realize that it's more about creating different things on a higher level, more than it is about, the way that it feels and having a great time, we start to have a higher understanding of things in ourselves. And more imbalanced symptoms is also kidney problems, cramps, lack of energy, inhibition, weight loss, impotency, fragility, bladder or uterus trouble, stiff lower back, muscle spasms, skin problems, and insufficient lactation. And things that can also create an overactive sacral chakra would be obviously focusing too much on sex. And when you have an overactive sacral chakra, you're also too into your own creativity, so you become short-sighted, and you'll be very lustful in the way that you want things. You'll be emotionally exploitative and also easily manipulated. With too much sexual energy and focus, your higher chakras won't be able to balance that out, so you'll actually be dragged down and become more dense as a result. And you'll be overly ambitious, manipulative of others. You'll also be caught up in a lot of fantasy, a lot of illusions, a lot of overindulgence in your own pleasures. You see people as objects. You'll be selfish, arrogant, lustful, overly proud, power-seeking, indecisive, inconsistent, domineering, insincere, and superficial. Addictions associated could also be, sex addiction as well. And it just mainly deals with overindulgence in self, and it can lead to arrogance, mania, attachments, codependency, and invasiveness. So this is what happens when you're not really balancing out your creative energy. So your creative energy needs to be able to flow to the higher chakras and balance itself out in different ways, express itself in different ways. But if you're not allowing yourself that to actually happen, what ends up happening is that the other chakras, they won't get enough energy, and as a result, this chakra can actually destroy you from within. So we have to recognize how powerful we can actually be, but also how destructive we can actually be to ourselves as well, because this is just below the center of your personal power, which is the solar plexus. So if the energy is not flowing properly to that power center, you'll be restricted, and all of your spiritual power, your spiritual experiences, they'll either become non-existent, or they'll be very limited and very inconsistent. So how to balance the overactive sacral chakra? You want to use the color blue. When you meditate, you want to visualize the color blue, because blue is the opposite. And blue is also the color of the throat chakra, which deals with self-expression and expression to others. And it's also the counterpart, the counterbalance to creativity on a higher level. So you want to meditate visualizing blue. You want to use anything that is blue. So any blue crystals you want to use, any herbs that generally help the throat chakra, you want to use that. And an underactive sacral chakra. Underactive sacral chakra leads to withheld emotions or expression. You'll be shy, timid, fearful, overly sensitive, self-negating. You'll have guilt over having sex, abused, frigid, impotent, distrustful, hurt. You'll have a lot of guilty feelings, introversion, emotionally unavailable with others, worrying about what others think too much, antisocial, heavy mood swings, a lack of intimacy with others, low sex drive, a lack of creativity, inadequacy, and a lack of self-confidence. So, when your sacral's underactive, that means the root chakra isn't able to actually bring the creative energy, up to it, or you're not really compensating, you're not really allowing yourself to express yourself in these ways. And this can come from a lot of different things, because, let's say you have a heavy religious background that is very, very, I would say, chaste, and deals with, heavy consequences towards, sex. Sex is viewed as a taboo. A lot of stuff that the Western society is just catching up on, right? That can essentially lead to a underactive sacral chakra, because it leads to a disconnection with self and others, a disconnection with intimacy and understanding of how the sexual energy actually works, not just on a lower level, but also on a higher level. So you want to be able to actually allow yourself to feel these things. You want to be able to allow yourself to express yourself in different ways. Whenever your emotions may have been withheld or shunned away, or you might have been forced to do those things as a child, or even as a teenager, or just in general throughout your life, because the chakras, they're affected every day. We just have to become more conscious of them as we learn about them. But the more that you withhold your emotions, the more that your sacral chakra begins to block itself, and that can obviously lead to you being disconnected from others. So it's important to actually express yourself, express everything that you're feeling, because this chakra deals with feeling. So being honest with yourself and how you feel in situations and with other people, that is essentially key. This is the center of trust. If your center of trust was broken when you were younger, or broken with people that you connected deeply with, this chakra can actually be blocked. The energy can be messed up, and that can lead to a lot of different symptoms that I just described with an underactive sacral chakra. If you're also in general just like scared to express yourself, scared to actually do new things, because this deals with doing new things and creating new things. You're scared to take those leaps of faith, scared to take risks of following your creativity, or if you feel like a lot of blockages with that, that's all your sacral chakra, so when it comes to balancing and energizing the underactive sacral chakra, you really want to focus with the color orange. Circular pelvic movement, thrusting, basically sex, get into water, go to the beach, or just take a nice relaxing bath. Just really connect with the element of water wherever water is. You want to meditate visualizing the color orange. You want to work with orange crystals. Anything orange will actually help balance and energize an underactive sacral chakra. And any illnesses associated with this would commonly be anything dealing with STDs. Those are all sacral chakra issues. Crystals that deal with the sacral chakra would be carnelian, moonstone, coral, jasmine, tiger's eye, orange calcite, and orange jasper. And there's a lot more. Oils and herbs would be rose, jasmine, bertolene, sandalwood, morak, and lang lang. Deities that deal with the sacral chakra would be Indra, Vishnu, Dakini, Diana, Tiamat, Poseidon, Lyra, Ganymede, and Dionysus. And also Pan as well. Activities engaging your creativity in whatever manner that you normally do. For me, whenever I'm engaging my creativity, I'll be drawing, I'll be writing, or I'll be making videos like I do right now. That's all creativity. So and for you, it could be singing, it could be painting, anything dealing with dancing as well. Dancing also wakes up the sacral chakra too. And also yoga. Kundalini yoga is a great way to not just to wake up the sacral chakra, but also to help all of your chakras. And that's the video. So I hope it gave you a new perspective on the sacral chakra, and I hope it inspired you guys to look into the chakras more and learn really about them and how to balance them within yourself. I wish you all luck in your journey, and peace.